As we start another peaceful Sunday, a huge conflict has escalated inside the Labour Party between Blairites and Corbynistas, with a communist bonus that could see Diane Abbott returning to the spotlight. Good morning, happy Sunday, welcome to the first show of the day. This is going to be another peaceful Sunday, as we predicted, because these guys can't really handle actual politics, grown-up politics. Now, we know that on this channel we talk about real problems, real life issues, not the Labour Party, but we still have to keep you posted because the Labour Party is still a danger to the country. Now, Blairites, Corbynistas, moderates, communists, whatever you want to call them, the battle continues. Starmer, we just found out hours ago that he has decided to fire one of the senior advisors to Angela Rayner, the so-called deputy leader of the Labour Party. Now, this is going to be obviously creating more problems for Starmer because the moderates have decided to kind of try their best to take over the main Labour Party, especially the voluntary wing and the executive. But they forgot about, of course, the parliamentary party because you still have all the communists inside that wing. Now, this is actually all the excuse that they have come up with is the data breach, which could be a real problem, by the way. So this guy, McKenna, who's the right-hand man to Angela Rayner, was also a former aide to Jeremy Corbyn, has now been suspended. Now, Team Rayner and the commies are saying that, well, this is just politically motivated. Team Starmer are saying that we care about the country. We want to have a proper plan to save the country from the evil Tories. So we don't want anyone who's dodgy. Well, that's fair. But now they say that, of course, there's a personal data breach has been obviously conducted by certain people. They're going to do investigation, the usual classic inquiries that doesn't really get anywhere in party politics. Now, in the middle of all this, you're going to potentially see a return of Diane Abbott. Yeah, not even kidding. Yvette Cooper, who was the head of the Select Committee for Home Affairs and basically holding the Home Secretary to account, she's left the job because she's now in the cabinet herself. Well, shadow cabinet, not a real cabinet. This is just a fantasy land for the Labour Party to have a fake cabinet. And they are now saying that Diane Abbott could be replacing her as the chair of the Home Affairs Select Committee. So if the plans go well for the commies in the Labour Party, you could actually see not only the return of Abbott, return of Corbynistas, but could also potentially, if they completely continue, they could see a return of Jeremy Corbyn. Because when it comes to the executive of the Labour Party and the voluntary wing, there is still this insurgence and there's still this massive effort to make sure that momentum and that all the communists try to take back control of the Labour Party, and they're waiting for Starmer to mess up even more. And I don't know if that's possible, to make sure that they could start some sort of leadership challenge and maybe Angela Rayner could become leader. God help us all. Again, you might think the Labour Party is irrelevant. It is now. But look at the opinion polls. The complacent Tories are no longer leading by 10 points or 15 points or even 5 points. It's neck and neck. So if there is going to be an election, not only we might see a hung parliament situation, you could actually see Labour winning just about. You know, you never know. That's what we thought in 2017. We thought, wow, Corbyn is terrible. He could never win. Yeah, Theresa May messed up. Boris Johnson right now is currently messing up. So we'll have to wait and see how everything else goes. But today's going to be lots of news stories about actual life problems and the world issues that we're currently facing, not just Diane Abbott returning with her shoes. Yeah, I'm not getting there. So the best way to stay in touch and watch everything is not just to subscribe, but to click on the bell next to it. That's the best way to get notified. Otherwise, YouTube wouldn't recommend our videos. So do that. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.